Hello everyone, welcome to another video talking geeky stuff with me. And today's video is about Mario, Super Mario the movie, the box office. So some of you may have seen my video I've done about a week ago, 2 weeks ago, a week ago about Nintendo Cinematic Universe because the amount of money they made. And this was a screenshot I made. And if you remember the little animation I did. So let's move on. And you can see currently it's sitting at, as of recording, $871 million worldwide, 434 domestic. I mean domestic because I'm not in the US, I'm in the UK, but domestic, the US, 434 million. I think it's number three behind Jurassic World and ET. It's definitely going to take over ET in the next couple of days, and on point to make $1 billion. So a little swagger for Mario here. I'm just happy about it because, as many of you know, I'm a big gamer, big fan of Nintendo. My favorite gaming company is Nintendo, but in general, I'm a gaming fan. What this means is it's a big breakthrough, I would say. Don't get me wrong, you had the Pokemon, Sonic 1 and 2 had made waves, and they also broke some barriers of gaming to Hollywood movies. It's been a long time coming. We've seen some of the past video game movies hasn't been that good, bombed and so on. And with the likes of Pokemon and Sonic, has definitely helped paved way for say Mario. But what Mario's done is kind of taken kind of like what they created, but kind of ran with it even further. I mean, the first $1 billion movie from a video game, one of the biggest franchises in the world. But at the same time, it's also kind of like almost like a lot of people have been saying on the internet. I've been watching a lot of channels talking about it's a turning point for Hollywood, as we all know in the last few years, Hollywood has become woke, pushing identity politics and all that kind of stuff, especially a company like Disney. And it's proven that Disney hasn't been making that money. I mean, the last biggest film, what? I mean, you can say Avatar, but that was in production way before Disney purchased Fox. Around that, it's more like kind of, to me, I still see Avatar as a Fox movie. But look at that Marvel movies. When was the last time you made $1 billion? Even a Disney movie animation. When was the last time you made $1 billion? What was it? I think it's probably Lion King, something like that. Correct me if I'm wrong. When you look at like the last couple of years, you got what Strange Worlds bombed, Lightyear bombed, Ant-Man just recently bombed. Black Panther 2 didn't make the money they wanted to make. I mean, it wasn't a bomb. It made over 800 million, but they wanted, like the first Black Panther was like over 1.3 billion. And I think the whole studio wanted Black Panther 2 to be like around the $1 billion mark. So, and also there's forecasting with Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 not doing so well with the pre-orders or pre-ticket sales. A lot of them talking about it's going to be like 120, 130 million. That's underperforming. But we see into the actual box office comes out. So what I'm trying to say is I think Mario, a couple of reasons why I'm so happy with this. A, I'm a big Mario fan, one of my favorite franchises. I'm a big fan of Nintendo itself. I'm also a big fan of like just movies in general. As in, I think the world and a lot of people have just had enough of this whole kind of message, woke agendas, the identity politics, and all that kind of madness. I mean, I was reading some of the critics talking about how Mario this and that. We look at the kind of audience score versus the critic score, it's night and day. And they're talking about all these crazy stuff. When I watch a movie, I just wanted to go out there, have a bit of fun. I've seen it 3 times. I watched it twice on myself, and once I took my little nephew. He also loves Mario. Coming out, he's so hyped. He wanted to play Mario games, play Mario Kart with me. So we went to my house and we played Mario Kart. And that's the whole point. You just go out, have a bit of fun. you don't have to think about things. You don't have to kind of be lectured about anything, right? That's where I think Mario kind of fits and works. And I hope that kind of tells Hollywood, like, look, enough with your politics. Just make a film that is fun. Yeah, the criticism about the story, but it's a Mario game. It's based off a Mario game. When's the last time you've seen a Mario has any kind of an Oscar writing performance, whatever? But at the same time, is I'm just happy he's done all of that, and it's proving a point that you don't need to have any agendas. People just want good old fashioned fun. Or to cinema for an hour and a half, just to escape the world. This world's a bit mad now, and come out feeling good about things, right? And also bodes well with hopefully talked about in my video last time, NCU. Hopefully they'll do more Nintendo franchises like a Legend of Zelda. I would love to see that. But in general, I think this is a good point for video games into films, into movies. And I hope that any company out there who buys franchises or buy license or rights to other video games and just focus on the fans, focus on the story, the lore that it's been built on for like years, for example. I mean, take a look at what happened in Witcher, based on the books, based on the game. I mean, Henry Cavill's left out because the writers and producers couldn't care less about the source material. So I hope that Mario has proven stick to the source material. Don't have this disrespect fans. Stay close and respectable to the creators of the original IP. And listen to the creators. And listen to the fans. And most important thing is, don't put any kind of identity politics. And as the saying goes, you go woke, you go broke. Take a look at what's happened to Bud Light. Look what happened to Gillette. You go woke, you go broke. And I really do hope this is a tipping point where Hollywood and all the producers out there say, you know what, let's go back to the old days and tell a good story. That's it. It's pretty simple. You would think that's the most simple things to do, but apparently not. Anyway, enough of my rant. And yeah, so here's to next week. I'm hoping it's going to make $1 billion by next week, because that's kind of like when Japan gets the movie 28th, because it's like the Golden Week holiday in Japan. So I think Japan's probably going to do around end of day 200 plus million just in Japan alone. You add that to it, South Korea probably another 80 to 100 mil. You add that to it, easily 1.2 by May. So yeah, anyway, I have to say thank you everyone for staying to the end of the video and listen to me rant about everything. Until next time, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening wherever you're in the world, and please stay safe. Goodbye.